There we go. Oops. What's up, everybody? Hopefully you're having an incredible Friday. I'm doing chaos stream. See how it goes. I've got a couple things that I could work on, but just wanted to make sure I at least got in here and said hello. Hopefully you're all doing great. What's your week being like? Hey, Leathercraft, Fabian, Jason's in here, Paul. Oh, and I can also always forget to go live on Twitch, so now I'm live on Twitch. Not that there's many people on Twitch, but you never know, so. I'm working on Greaves recently. I've done a couple live streams where I was screwing around with the Greaves pattern and just couldn't lock in exactly what I wanted, so I might play around with that a little more today for a couple hours while we're here before the weekend starts, though I know for some people it already is the weekend. I was checking my stuff. Carl says, rough week, but I'm good. Well, it's good that you're good. That's awesome. Rough sucks, but as long as you get to the end and you're okay, that works for me. Hey, Donich. We got a few people over here on the shorts as well. We got shorts and we've got... I wonder why this doesn't work anymore. I'm not too worried about it. Anyways, before the end of this week, I want to have my new Greaves pattern done. So, wow.
Hi.
You got like lettering all over your face.
Oh, great.
There
you go.
And you're working on kaleidoscopes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, do you got any that are done to show?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. What do I got going on here? It's a bit of a delay here. Where are you? Down here. See the hands? These are kaleidoscopes, and there's probably absolutely no way you can see anything inside it, but it's really cool if you're here and looking at it. Oh, thanks for the gifted membership.
This is, I make them out of copper pipe, then I do metalwork on it, and put gems on it, marble on one side, clear glass on the other side, and then there's a mirror. So it's quite magical. It's fun art for the soul.
Thanks for all the gifted memberships there. Leathercraft starting out great. They look really cool, and then when you look in them, they're even cooler. So there you go. I'm just reading up here. Paul says 1 hour 22 minutes left. Oh, till you are out of here? Is that what it is? Greaves.
I like how I look over there.
Huh?
I look over there always and not at the camera.
Whatever. I look everywhere. Is what it is. All right. So 1 second.
Hi, Jason.
Today is Greaves. I did some Illustrator Greaves screwing around. I want to work on the front. I'm gonna work on the front pencil and paper this time instead of screwing around with Illustrator. I might take it into Illustrator after this stream and play with it a little bit, but it just something wasn't working, so we're going to straight up paper and stuff. And this is bugging me. My head's cut off a little bit. I'm gonna tweak it.
Anyways, I should get back to procrastinating. No, I'm gonna try and do at least 2 kaleidoscopes. Yeah. So yeah, I'll pop in once in a while.
Oh, microphone's there too. Stay. Okay, good. All right, where was I? Yeah, it was a cord. Yeah, Redcraft. I noticed that when I went around. It was a cord. That is solved now, though, so we're good. Pattern paper. I'm gonna go easy. I've got some card stock here, but I'll save that if I need to, like, just take it to the next level. I'm also going to haul the beast out. Get rid of these. I'm going to move the armor into frame that this is going to be for, so at least people have an idea of what I'm working on. You know? Just a heads up, we are streaming on... Oh, John was over there on Twitch. I missed that. We're streaming on Twitch, YouTube Shorts, and YouTube Regular. Not a good spot for it? No. What if I do this so you can't see that it's missing a shoulder? Anyways, the Greaves are for this beast, and it's been a long time coming, and I got to do the other shoulder. It'll be done before mid-November, because we've got an art show thing here in mid-November, and it didn't have a shoulder last year, and I refused to not have the other shoulder this year, so it's probably for the best that I focus a little bit and get that done, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Greaves. It's like, you know what I'm gonna... I turned on that transition effect after having it off for a while. I still don't like it. So I just turned it off again. Let's see here. There we go. Jonah's going to be wearing their pseudo armor to a medieval fair tomorrow. Very cool. Love it. It seems very bright to me. I'm going to slide this over to another monitor just to check my... Yeah, no, it looks alright. It's just the TV. It's like last time. The TV's crazy. Zoop. It still seems really bright. I wonder if it's just that spot on the TV. It is kind of bright. There we go. So much shit to deal with here with all my windows. Where's my little tape measure? I'm not going to make it to the knee. I don't think it needs to be. If people want to add a knee, they can. 13. It's not bad. Oops. Generally, whenever I'm making stuff, I make it for me, and then I alter the pattern up and down for other people. So these Greaves are going to be for me. Lisa says, what did Lisa? I went and told them. Oh, sorry. I have 2 links going for the live stream. I do. I should. Well, I have an extra link? Like an extra link? Everything should be live right now. Let me check my everything should be good. We do have 2 lengths on purpose. We've got shorts, and we've got the wides, for lack of a better term, I guess. The wides. Man, the 13. I measured 13-inch up my shin. I'm not super confident about the 13-inch up my shin. I feel like it should be a little longer than that. Maybe if I use the right direction, that'd be a good start. Yeah, it's gonna be a little longer than that. 14, at least 14 and a half. Measure twice, cut once. Is that what we're going with? You just made it for the what will end up being probably a lot of fucking around. But this is a pattern that I wanted to get out last month, and so I'm just making sure it gets out this month. So it'll be all me on deck getting this done. It's going to be an encased greave for a 6'4", 250-pound person. Then I'll scale it. But because it's a greave, we're gonna have some people that have got like big ass calves, and I might have to do like a XL but shorter kind of deal. We'll see how it goes. I might be able to play with it to say like cut here for this size and all that, but I might have to do another whole scaled version of like an XL wide. I don't know. Someone I watch calls normal videos pants because of YouTube shorts. That's pretty funny. I like that. McEwen, you do have some big ass calves. That is fair. But there are, I think, as far as like stuff that I've done, like arms, you know, people can get some big arms, and you don't have to worry about weird sizing. Like you can just size up a vambrace pretty easily. But with if you're short and stocky and wide, then the whole scaling system is like thrown out the window. So we'll see how I deal with that. It'll be an opening salvo of small to XL, or small to XL? Yeah, small to XL. And then it'll be XL short, maybe. You know, that kind of stuff. What's my... How far do I want this going around my calf? 11 down to 7? Sure. 11 down to 7. Sounds great. Now, the other one I did, there was a weird top thing that I had done. I wonder if I got that hiding somewhere here that I can look at real quick. Because there was some stuff on the Illustrator pattern that I was playing with. Oh my god, this is going to open on my other monitor, I bet. I've got 3 monitors right now. Give me a break. Oh, it's going to open over here. Yes, I don't have to walk around the computer or the table. I want to see if anything I did. I just didn't want to do another. Like I kind of wanted to do another Illustrator stream, but I didn't really want to do another Illustrator stream, so I was waffling a lot. So we got like a combination. I'm gonna look at my Illustrator here and just kind of see where I was at. Open Illustrator, you got this. And of course, this is gonna end up being another one of my. Like I'm building this for sure, but it's still gonna be another competition on the Discord server, in case anybody's interested. Checking that out. Discord. Magnus, on the other hand, doesn't know what leg day means. His calves are tiny. Hey man, I deadlift. That's legs, right? That's what I use. That's my legs. Just deadlifts. That's not even the thing I want. Come on, where are you? Open recent files. Greaves. There it is. I just feel like it's going to be too short for... Man, I went crazy on this thing. Oh, I need to move this up. Alright. Alright, I got some ideas here. I have the right idea, but I don't have the right idea. We got to move it up by a little bit because we need our little, I don't even know what those are called in the Greaves when they go over the side of the foot to help it not turn. Anybody know what those are called? Let's see, 16. Let's do 16 because we're gonna do like 14 and a half. Maybe 14. Ah, man, let's do it more. Let's just give us lots of space. 18. We're doing 14 and a half. Top of the foot to ending, just below the knee a bit. Then up here we're going to be going with our what did I say? 11. Scream if I'm wrong. 11. And then down here is like a 3 to 7, so it's 3.5. Right. Ish. Don't really need to do this line, but I'm going to anyways. Lightly. Stupid heart's in the way again? Damn it. I thought I fixed that. One sec. Fixing, because it drives me crazy too. Even though it's... I don't know what it is even for, that stupid heart thing. Like, I know what it's for, but it doesn't do anything for me. Specifically. Where is the right one? Leathercraft stream, live. Let's click into there. Monetization is off. Good. Hop over here and do customization, live reactions. Fuck, what a dumb... I love how it's nobody's just... I wish I had like a somebody at YouTube I could just contact to tell them that they're stupid, or at least that what they're doing doesn't make any sense. All right, that should be fixed with the live reaction part. I've got a different view for chat now. It's a chat that shows everything. It shows my Twitch, shows my shorts, and it shows my YouTube pants. I don't know if I want to call it that, but is this as wide as this gets? Come on. It's pretty good. Could be wider, I guess. There we go. That's better. All right. Banging this out like a boss. Okay, so one of the cool things that I did like on the Greave that we were doing in Illustrator, which would be awesome if I could just hit a button and move over here, but I haven't set that up yet. You know what? I can just show it instead of being lazy. Let's see here. Where's my Illustrator? Add. I don't want to add display capture. I want to add window capture. Okay. Oh, here. That was easy. Not exactly perfect, but that's kind of like we're fucking around. There's a lot of fuckery going on in that, but I like where we were getting to. But I really wanted to just bring it out and play with it outside of Illustrator, so we're doing that now. You know what I'm saying? So I like a lot with what's going on with it. Answers my question, which was, are you working on the Greaves? Yes. I did. I turned off reactions. We are working on the Greaves. This is like my knee in theory is like up here for this. So I don't know if I want to do this upper part that comes right up here. Do I want it to my knee? That's just getting really high, you know? It's getting a little high. It's really tall. I'd rather have a knee cop there to like kind of break it up instead of just like this long, crazy greave. So I think I've answered my own question, but I'm not sure. We'll play around with it and see what we're gonna get to, right? Which would mean I'm gonna start down here. So this is 14 and a half. If it's 14 and a half. But on the other hand, it really looks like a knee spot, right? So, I don't know. Man, that's like a 20-inch. If I go all the way up to the top, 21-inch if I go up to the top of my knee. That's really long. I don't really want that. We'll figure it out. It's going to be sized for me. And then it's going to be small to XL based on 10% adjustments to the size you're on. So if you're on a medium, it will be sized down 10% from a medium to small, or up 10% from a medium to large, etc. Thomas says, I've had some greaves that go full on through underneath the knee cop to about 2 to 3 inches above the cop. Yeah, oh yeah. If this was like if I was super focused on this as being like a combat kind of thing and not a costume thing, that would be something I would probably think be more interested in doing. What do I got here? See, this is where the random patterning live can be a little weird, because I'm like, waffle. Decisions. Where's my... So, 3 pieces at the front. That's not too bad. I should do... So one of the things that we had with this at the front, like we've got this... Can people even see this shit? Yeah. We've got this piece that is generally this whole piece here, right? I don't really need to erase my knee, but whatever. So this is like a piece that goes on top. And then I wanted to split this into 3, so we've got this coming down here. However, it's gonna come over the foot, lock it in place a little bit, and then I wanted to have like 3 pieces. I'm thinking of doing this kind of thing on the back. Oh, here, I can show you. This is kind of what I want to do on the back over here. So we're gonna have like these kind of layers. Oh, it's not switching. I don't have it on the shorts. Sorry guys, now I didn't even think about that. I can throw Windows Capture on here. Vertical scenes, sources, add. Add window capture. Window capture. Window capture. Is there a link? How does this link? I forget. That's not where it's supposed to be though. Come on, window capture. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Anyways. Let's see if this, let me check something real quick. Oh, everything's kind of screwed up. It's all good. So this over here is the back of the greave that I want to do. Because it kind of matches up how I've got the these bits. So I kind of wanted to keep it the same. I don't know if I'm going to put art in there or not, or if it'll change at all, but maybe because of that I want to do that kind of thing on the... I need a button for just computer desktop stuff. That's what I need to make an actual source of it instead of a scene of it instead of this shit. Anyways. So what I was thinking of doing is the same thing here. We've got these little bits coming off here, right? That are similar to the back until we get to here. So they would layer over, right? Then we got this fucking thing. Blah, blah, blah. Right? I'll just do half of this and then cut it out like that, but... that kind of thing. I like it. I don't think it's too crazy. And we got art up here, which is good. Now we just got to decide if that comes up to the knee or not. If it does, I'll just probably just pull this down. Where's my... And I know how to do the scenes thing. I just keep forgetting. I did the same thing last week. I was like, I need a scene, not a source, that I just hit the scene button and it goes to desktop stuff. Instead of like fucking around all the time. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? There we go. There's my chat. Oh, Stream Elements, you're spammy. Yola says, I'm going to have to ask for this pattern so I can rivet my scale design to it. Of course. And Thomas says, completely fair, they were for live steel combat. I thought that's what you're going at there, like a proper, like, actual combat-ready Greave. Totally makes sense. I've done shovel Greaves before where we've got the Greave comes up and the knee goes over the top of the Greave a little bit. So I knew what you're talking about. Trans Rights says, off-topic question, sorry, do you have any recommendations, tips for how to care for real leather? It depends on the leather. A lot of leather, depending on what you've got, it's got like a finish on it. McEwen, it might be in chat, maybe able to help you out a little more. I use just a little bit of neat's foot oil myself on stuff that can accept it, and that's generally all I do. But it's going to darken it slightly, so be aware. Obviously not on suede. Yeah, that's what I would think of off the top of my head. Light oil. Whenever you're oiling stuff, don't put too much on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, look at that. We've got Elector, blah, 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 blah. I wonder if I can do anything with that from here. Probably not. Oh, I can. Just trying not to ban the wrong person. This is a little sketchy. Man, why is this so difficult? Oh, there it is. There. I don't know if that'll... whatever. At least that's easy. Back to the task at hand. Yeah, I saw the spam links on Twitch. I just banned them. I don't know if I can... Can I just delete the message too? Let's see. Ignore, delete message. I can. Tell me if it deletes over on Twitch. I don't know. Delete message. I don't know if it's even working what I just did. Whatever. Yeah, it's just random bots throwing spam links on Twitch. I don't even know how those work. I don't know. I don't understand how those ever work for anybody. It says best viewers on random link. Who clicks on that shit? I don't know. So, where were we? These, if we're going to go by the same kind of thing here, where this is overlapping the sides, we might as well keep it the same. So we've got these with rivets. This is awkwardly done, but also awesomely done. Look at that. Rivets. We're gonna have some. This is my knot work. Look at that. It's fancy. And then down here, I don't know if I want to do it that much, but boom, boom. And then this is underneath. And we've got a back piece that tucks in. So this pattern will be available on my website before the end of the month, and on Patreon sooner than that. Still might be just barely sooner. Oh, I could do that to the back. This might confuse me, but something for me to remember. Yola says, I saw the message go away on here. There's life. I wish I had a real life band hammer. Just enjoy your time with people who like you and your art. Captain Renee says there's also things like leather cleaner, leather conditioner, etc., etc. Most leather items should come with care instructions. True. There's like a lot of what was that? What's that one that everybody has? It's like the flat. I have some over in a corner somewhere, but I don't want to walk away. I should know it. I'm gonna walk away. 1 second. Don't have any left. I don't know where it went. I also heard something. Somebody did something. So thank you for whatever you did. I appreciate it. Where were we? Oh yes, this incredible item. So I didn't really realize how far along on this Greave I was. I'm looking pretty good at this. Just got to figure out how I want to do art. Let's see, how long is this from top of the foot to where it's going to sit on my body? 19. Oh, it is going to get pretty high up there. Oh, that's the one thing I did want to figure out is I don't want in profile, right? I don't know how well you can see that, but I don't want it to just end here on the top of my foot. I want it to do something like this, where there's some kind of, I don't know how it's gonna look, but I do want a little something to like make it look more like a professional Greave instead of this very weird straight down. Plus this is uncomfortable. At least on a heavier Greave, it's certainly uncomfortable. On leather, maybe not. Depends on your shoes. Can you guys hear the music very loud? It's not very loud to me, but it also doesn't look very loud on my Go Big Leather Sabatons. Don't. Might happen. We'll see. I know Prince Armory does a really cool Greave. So I'm taking some inspiration from that straight up. He does great stuff. I just I know that the Greave I did before was okay. I just wasn't super happy with how it was. You could almost continue lanes for that into full. Oh, so you're talking like we're coming down here with our points. Like on those angles, you know, there's a bunch of scribbles there, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Everybody understands. Good. Lots of art. I guess like it's got to stay consistent. This has lots of art as well, so lots of art. And it was a lot of work. So much work. If you've built any parts of this armor, give me a note in chat, like maybe a thumbs up or a 1 or whatever you can do in chat, or yes or something. Maybe, I don't know if there's many people that have, but there's a couple that have done full suits, and that's more than I've done. So I've still got to do the tassets. Yeah, Dad's in here. Nice. Congrats on finishing the other shoulder. Thanks. It's almost done. I've got the parts cut out for it. That could have been a stream. Really, I should have just streamed that. Maybe I'll do that Monday. McEwen is going to be in here Monday. I might do a stream Monday on the stat holiday. We'll see. We'll see about that. Alright. What's the only other thing I really need to figure out on this? I definitely need to figure out this... Whoops. I know this is like all just crazy scribbles, but this foot thing. And really, it just might be something like that. Nothing crazy. So we'll see how that goes. Mordecai's got the parts cut out, so halfway there. Nice. Very cool, very cool. And Yelena says, my favorite Prince Armory suit of armor is the fantasy one because of the dragon motif. Well, most of them are fantasy in some way. The Berserk armor is looking cool, too. Very cool. Prince does a lot of cool stuff. I love that stuff. Fantastic. Man, I've got to like mute my own bots here, or slow them down. Maybe I should put a note to myself. There's just a lot of bot stuff going on too, but it's okay. I did ask, but I didn't read the messages. Music too low? Actually no, it looks okay to me now. I'm looking at it. It's like minus 40 dB. What's my voice at? Minus 40 versus minus 20. Yeah, it should be fine. Should be fine. But if it's too high, feel free to yell at me. Look at it, like there's so much spam. Dark Horse Workshop, you're spamming up a storm. I'm gonna send a note to myself to fix spammy bot. Bot. Fix spammy bot. Send. Taken care of. See you later, Leathercraft. Thanks for stopping in. It'd be cool if you pop back in later, yeah. So, this as it is on me with the shoe, my knee still might be poking here. It does feel like this should be the knee. I might, man, that's a lot of Greaves. We'll see. We'll see how it... I could also just go... I could just cut this off. I have no pencil left. I could just... cut this off so it's a little bit of a shorter dealio. And then it's ambiguous. And I could end up doing a knee cop for it. You know, that might be... Like, I think this is a cooler thing, but... This might be just more functional overall. I could do two. Why not? I'll just do two. Two. I'm a genius. Figured it out. I'll do one with the high bit, with the flare, and then one with the short. Nice. Perhaps it could look nice to copy the upper part to the foot part. Oh, like, okay, so this up, yeah, I see what you're saying there. It's all a matter of like making sure that it's able to flow onto the foot. That's the goal. Lisa says check out the articulating legs in the Discord. Hell yeah, I'll check that out. Of course, my Discord may be on my other monitor. It is. One sec. Searching. Looking. Oh, nice. Very cool. Those look slick. Love it. Yeah, it's kind of... I've got the same kind of... what's the word I'm looking for? Aesthetic. Similar aesthetic is what we're going for here. Aussie leather conditioner is really good too. Yeah, I do like that. I think I actually have some. Now I'm going to go over here and actually have some. It's got beeswax. It must have beeswax in it, but it's also got something else going on in there that's not... Yeah. Natural beeswax. Maybe it's just old. You know, it doesn't smell as bad. No, it smells fine. There's a different one that I use that I thought smelled really bad. That smells mostly like beeswax. Eh. It's not bad. I was just crazy. It just hadn't been opened in a while. The King Tut sarcophagus of my leather products. Alright, we're looking at this thing. This is gonna have to take some fuckery. Do I want to... This is where I just gotta just think about it. Is it just a straight bit? Is it multiple to like help get... You know? Does it go like this? Some kind of weird... I don't like that one. This also I don't like, but... It doesn't, yeah, I'm a little slow on the upkeep here, but it doesn't smell bad at all. I'm just thinking, as I examine the epicness of this. Or this one. And then we've got a little knot work up here. Rivets. But when we get down to here, we need to figure out something for this. Right. Look at the scribbles. The mad scribbles. You know, this says, just make it a rounded chevron. Where? At the foot? Like, I would love for it to be... Like we got our foot. This is an incredible foot, by the way. Look at that. That's amazing. Fucking foot. It's an L or a foot, one of the two. I would like this to be curved. That'd be cool. If it curved down and had like two limbs. Two limbs would be good. And then it continued up into all this stuff. But like a nice curve here where it attaches onto something might be pretty cool. Might be. Also, could be terrible. What's next on this? I've got... My backup thing is definitely go for the art. But this is a lot of like just planning out that needs to be moved into Illustrator soon. I like where this is at. Maybe I could move on to a different project instead of grasping at this one and clinging to this one, you know? One sec. These shoulder pieces have been sitting there for so long. Are they even sprayed? They're not even sprayed. Are these sprayed? No, none of these are sprayed. Never mind. Fuck that. Fuck that whole idea. Unilist says exactly that. Oh, with the this part is what you're saying. Yeah. If I'm going to do the half Sabaton attaches with a Chicago screw so it can pivot when you walk. Is that you talking about like a Prince thing? I don't know. Probably. Jason. More scribbles, just for the hell of it. Somehow not even close to where they're supposed to be, but it's all good. At least people that join the stream will be like, what are you doing? And I can point and say, oh, I still have that other, why is this not working? Yikes! Fucking stuff up. Let's see here. Move that over. Move that over. Get rid of the stinger on shorts because I hate it. I hate that lightning bolt. There. Walk on your Greaves. Oh, on mine. Yeah, that makes sense. So they flop around a bit. I like it. I like it. I'm a fan, Jason. I'm a fan. This is a lot to do before the end of the month. What's the... How many days are in this month? So I want to release it on Monday. Oh. It's all good. It's all good. Breaking this apart in Illustrator isn't that difficult. And this is only going to take me a little bit of the day to figure out. Just gotta and figure out some art. It's gonna be tight, but I know I can do it. Random rivets. This is me killing time by just doing this. There we go. Cool. There, those are the Greaves. That's what they're gonna be like, and they'll have the back as well. Super fancy. As far as strapping, haven't decided. Maybe it's... Is it all buckles on here? It'll be buckles, probably. It'll be the same. You know? It'll be the same. Another thing... Where is this? You know, on this... One of the... You can't see that on shorts. Come on over here, buddy. Let's go. Alright. So another thing about this armor, if you've made this armor, I'm thinking of, going forward at least, having... Yeah. This has got like a... These lamps have a strap connecting them, so everything like moves. I think one of the things that should be done to this armor is that the strap on the edge here should just be removed, and it should be kind of riveted loosely so it's got some movement in it, but at the sides it should just be riveted. It's like, you can't really go anywhere with it. It's not, and the buckles are kind of holding it tight anyways. Anyways, that's my ramble. Hey, LD's place. How are you today? We are having a patterning fuck around stream where I'm working on Greaves. Working on this Greave pattern that I want done and released to Patreon and my website by Monday. That is the current plan. If for some reason you're on my Patreon and you can't go forward past Monday and I haven't gotten this done, just contact me for it and I'll send it to you. But like this is a September release for sure. Even if it's late, people that cancel, I'll contact them. I'll just contact them. Don't worry about it. Good to see you too. How's everything? How are you doing? I have all week to plan my streams, and then I plan them in the last hour before I go live. So the other option was I was going to pattern in Illustrator and just give away a free pattern, which was popular a couple weeks ago. I'll probably do that next week. There's a couple patterns that I want to make that are pretty simple that I'd like to get out to everybody. And I know there's a trifold wallet pattern that I want to do, and like another little like more like a military kind of pouch system thing that I want to do. Hey, Smoky Raven, how are you? How goes? What's even going on over on Twitch? I don't have my thing open. I do have my chat open, but don't have my info open. Oh, there I was for a second. Where are you? Where are you, Twitchy Poo? Beautiful. 8 viewers on Twitch? That's more than usual. Greetings, all you people. One of them's Trust, I assume. Well, so now we're at this point, which is me kind of just like reconfirming what I have already done, other than like figuring out the length a little bit, which is kind of handy. Double checking the length. Other than going into Illustrator and starting to fuck around with this for a few hours, this is kind of done. So I want to move on to some other thingamajig would be my plan. The Q&A is always good too. You know, this is... Oh, Smokey's playing along with their 3D printer today. Nice, that's cool. VTR just joined the stream. Man, every time I think I've decided on the set of patterns I want to make for my armor, you come out with something that makes me think again. These are looking great. Thank you. Appreciate it. I hope they end up awesome. They will. They'll end up awesome. They always do, especially when other people make them. They always look great from what you guys end up making. So that's cool. If you're on the Shorts stream, quick question, and on your phone, and you're on mobile on Shorts, I know I've got the multi-stream messenger at the bottom of the screen, and I assume the YouTube chat is right at the bottom of the screen as well. Is that ridiculous? Is there any point to that? Because there's nowhere else to put. I guess I could cram it into the header. Let's see here. I just feel like it's in a dumb spot. Where's my ability to move stuff? There. But I should wait till I get an answer, is what I should do. I shouldn't ask a question then move something. You could carve those tiny ass panels on your shoulders. They're already done. They're already done. I've already got them all. They're already ready to go. They'd be ready to go for 10 months. They're here. They're ready. The hard part's done. I know. I'm 100% agree that I have procrastinated on that shoulder for a very long time. LD says, what about a double hinged floater piece at the ankle for the shin to foot? Double hinged floater piece at the ankle. I like it. Double hinged. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. I'm also trying to think of how I'm going to do the... Like, I kind of want it to have that curve, you know? But that's like a weird curve to also... Like, you're bending this way, but then you're going out around. Am I crazy in thinking that that's impossible? It's not impossible. Also, I'm going to check Shorts myself. Just to see how that looks so I can do it myself. Where is it? Where are you? Little Shorts. What's going on here? View channel. Live. Leathercraft Shorts stream. No. Why are you not working? Oh, fucking around in the air. Work. Alright. Change of plans. Close everything. Open again. View channel. Live. Short stream. Getting angry. Work, you stupid thing. I don't know why it's not working. Yellow says, yeah, you put them together now. I just don't have enough time. I do have to cut out and punch the big panels, though, still. Have the flared piece go down and out, and then have the lames over the flare. It's not a bad idea, Thomas. I like it. I just got to wrap my head around it a little bit. I see what you're saying. If the flared piece goes down... yeah. Just weird in my brain, you know? It's weird in my brain. I don't know. Maybe I got a wet format? Kitsuda Plague says 2 questions. Let's see if this even fits in my questiony thing. Boom. Is it even working as the questiony thing? I don't know. Anyways, 2 questions. I'm sure you have answered like 1,000 times. First, what is the finish you spray on your pieces? The first thing is, well, let's finish. What do you recommend as a good finish? And second, what is that beautiful blue-gray color you used on the armor piece you have been showing us? Had to swap to Twitch to ask because YouTube limited me. Limited you? That's weird. Oh, why is my highlight message not working? Is it hidden? Is that the problem? Let's go back to this and see if my highlighted message is there. It's not. Why is it not highlighting? I thought this was a thing that worked. Visibility. Well, it was working last week. Well. Oh. Hey, look at that. How legible is that to you guys? I got it on a weird monitor. Definitely not legible on shorts because it's so big, but that's the question. And acrylic Resolene is what I use a lot of the time. Acrylic Resolene, or like neutral, like it's all the same kind of shit. Neutral Resolene, acrylic Resolene, or Angelus finish. I use the matte finish. I prefer matte. And I'll use that for resist as well if we're doing leather carving and I carve my leather, I dye it, I put a resist down so I can antique it. I'll use the Angelus matte or an acrylic Resolene every single time with a spray gun, an air compressor spray gun I put it on because I just like it to be 100% even and nice. Lots of people are really good at putting on that finish with a wet sponge, maybe dilute it a little bit. You could dilute it in the spray gun too if you want and put on multiple coats with water. But wet sponge, like not so like a moist sponge, people are able to put it on pretty nicely, but I always failed miserably at that. It's been a long time since I tried to use a sponge to put finish on. But yeah. Resolene. Acrylic Resolene, neutral Resolene, or Angelus matte finish, which is probably also an acrylic Resolene. I'm going to go check. Yeah, and Angelus is, that's right here. It is also an acrylic finisher. So Angelus comes in matte, gloss, and semi-gloss, I think. But you can also cut your Resolene down, and it'll be a little more matte. And then I've got like some Feebig's neutral Resolene, and I've got some Lonsdale Leather brand Resolene as well over there. That actually no, that's why I didn't bring it back because I don't have it anymore. I ran out of it. BTR says, I fucked up 2 wallets recently because I forgot the Resolene step before antiquing and stained the shit out of the raw leather section. I had to mix the color with paints to match the rear leather. Alright, so while we're like spilling our beans on silly, I didn't use a resist for my carving. Like I put antique on, but no resist. for 5 years, maybe it might be. It was a while. It was a long time. It was a very long time. Maybe it wasn't 5 years, but it feels like it was like at least early on for about 5 years. I never put a resist on, and when I did it, I was like, where's my? I don't know if I did on this. I feel like I might have this. I still no. I think I had figured it out by the time I got to my my little pouch here. It looks like I did, but it's not great. But it was seriously dumb, is what it was. It's one thing to forget. It's another thing not to do it. Not dumb. I just didn't know. I had no idea. I was like, how do people do this? I guess I didn't know how to use Google either. Lots of people don't know how to use Google. A little bit. So the widget is working. I wonder why it took so long. Maybe it just needs to figure its shit out. I don't know. No idea. What are we in? We're an hour into the stream. What could I work on? I've got actually no projects in the pipe. I've got a musculata in the pipe that I gotta get working on, but that's going to be a stare at it for a while and try and. Here, one sec. Like I've taken a wet mold of this Ugo musculata, but it's not great. In fact, it's hard to tell. It's like barely visible. I'll have to really do some dye and paint fun stuff to make it pop. I got a lot of work to do on it, and I keep avoiding it. Sorry, Scamp. I keep avoiding it. It's for Scamp. Hey, Roiner. Hello to you as well. Now I get to look and see if what the lighting was like on that, and it was pretty bright. But whatever. I've done one before and it looked really good, but this one is I'm just a little worried about it. We'll see. You can kind of see the muscles, kinda. Rawr. Oh, other fun news. I had some people assemble some elbows for me. I was part of a project to get some armor to new people in the Society for Creative Anachronism. And this one turned out terrible. It got all fucked in the wax. Totally got annihilated. And it's been not wet forever. And this one is fine. Mostly. This one was dip dyed and antique. There's an antique put on it and a finish put on it. Just a heads up, if you're doing projects for SCA armor, don't put a finish on it. Your finish is you're waxing it. You're waxing it. No finish. Also, don't rub antique on anything you're gonna wax. If you want to rub it on afterwards, just to get it in the cracks of some artwork and let it dry, it'll be fine. But no antique, no finish, just fucking dye it because this got messed. And it's not just one of them. Both of the ones that had that done are just annihilated. And these ones, it's gonna be an oxblood dark red, and these ones turned out pretty good. They're a little weird, and that is still from the finish and the antique that they for some reason there was an antique rubbed on them. These didn't get annihilated, but yeah, no finish. You don't want a finish on it, and you don't want antique on it. That would be my random tip of the day. When you're waxing armor for SCA combat, dye them. That's it. That's all you do. You could wet mold them. Either way, you gotta let them dry a lot. They almost look like paper on the ones that went all funky. Yeah, they got seriously fucked up. But that's usually what happens whenever I put something in. Haven't done it in a while, but if I've carved something and I put it in the wax, if I've carved something and I put in the wax too early, have moisture in there, it'll just absolutely annihilate your project. In fact, my vambrace, let's see here. So this is the vambrace from my actual vambrace video. And it's hard to see, but right here, this is like, and it's super rigid, so it cracks. Almost absolutely destroyed everything. I've got splits here. That was just from like, this was still wet. This was fine, but this was wet. So, I mean, this hasn't been off a shelf in a few years, hey? So, look out for moisture. Look out for moisture. One pattern that I think I'm going to be able to get out before the end of the month as well is that bunny mask pattern. Because I just remembered about it because the wife reminded me about it. I never actually put the pattern on my website for this thing. This weird bunny mask. I should probably do that, you know? Anyways. But I'm also not sure where this frickin' bunny mask is. The pattern. I made a pattern for it. I don't know where it is. No idea. Just a year later. Hey. I am consistently inconsistent. But I don't know where that pattern would be. I think I decided on a new spot for some of my patterns and they all disappeared. Let me go check one spot real quick. Yeah, I think I might know where it is. Now that I've said all that. I lied. I have no idea where it is. Oxic says, hello, Mr. Dark Horse. Do you have a problem with color bleeding? Because when I paint, the product starts to leak some color, especially when it is wet. For example, sweat on skin. When you paint, what kind of paint are you using, Oxic? I've never had that problem. I use acrylic paints. Never really had that problem. Mount the bunny mask to a Spangen helm. Hey, don't tease me with a good time. That'd be great. Yellen says, thank you for reminding me about the bunny mask pattern I want to create. A year later. Nice job. Yeah, where is this frickin' pattern? Turned out good. I never wore it anywhere. It was funny. Wearing masks is kind of a pain in the ass. Because nobody knows who you are. And they're sweaty and weird and awkward. Oh, Oxic, you used Phoenix Pro dye. Okay, well, just make sure you put a finish on it. You gotta buff it, like dye it, buff it, put a finish on it. Is this for... Oh, and you're saying sweat on skin. You're putting it on the back of stuff too. If I have a choice, I do not put any dye on the back of something, a vegetable tan, unless I'm sure people are going to be able to see the back. So I'll often, like, I'll dye, as an example, I'll dye the insides of elbows, right? Because they're here. People might see the inside, etc. It's just kind of my anal retentiveness. But I won't dye the inside of a vambrace. I won't dye the inside of a gorget. Though if I was going to dye something, I would probably use Finalizing Pro Dye, just one light coat, because it's usually pretty. It goes on pretty light in general. Yula says, "Well, you know, messed up shoulder." True, that's fair. Trust, I did freestyle it, but it was a patterned freestyle. I had a pattern. I could just take this apart, honestly, and then sew it back together. But I know the pattern somewhere. You know what? It might be at home. Might have taken it home with the idea that I was going to... I bet you it is at home. I bet you I was going to take it home and scan it and get it done there. Fuck, where would it be? In the office. I'm almost 99% sure it's at home. I have this vision that I took it home for some reason. As if I was going to pattern it and put it on my website. Crazy, that idea. Antonio says, "Hello, friend. How are you? I just got home from working in a restaurant, and there were a lot of people today, so I'm happy. A hug for both of you. Big hugs to you as well. Hopefully you are nice to get to relax a little now that you're home, and the weekend is here. Or maybe you don't get a weekend on the weekend. I don't know. Maybe your weekend's another time." Yeah, I made the pattern on the manila folder, right? And then I ran out of manila folders. Let's go back to like Mimi. So just a reminder, this YouTube stream is free of charge because of donations from you guys. We've already got some donations today, but if anybody else wants to make some donations, either through super chats, super stickers, memberships, gifted memberships, all that stuff, be greatly appreciated. And I feel no pressure at all to do so. Also, remember that the Discord server is currently free, and there is a free tier on Patreon. One thing that I know that is going to happen for sure is I'm going to make a trifold wallet pattern, because I just want to have biker wallet, bifold, minimalist, trifold. Just have one of each and be done with it. I'm not going to be doing a bunch of different wallets. And that trifold wallet pattern will be released for free on either Patreon, Discord, or both. And then there will be a contest for it, like I did for the bifold pattern, and you can win a bunch of patterns. So make sure you are on Discord. We're at 892 members or 891 members. Maybe you could push it up to 900 today. If you type !Discord, it should work. If it doesn't work, I don't know what to say. Sometimes it's weird. And same with Patreon. There's a free tier on Patreon, and you get heads up on my releases. Maybe you want to jump in and spend a couple bucks on getting a bunch of patterns that are released in a month. There's always that option as well. !Patreon. David says, "Hey, I love your content and designs. Definitely want to get into Leathercraft once I have some space for it. Thank you for inspiring me." Love to hear that. Can't wait to see what you come up with when you dive in. Make sure you join the Discord server and come chat with us and get more inspiration from your fellow Leathercrafters and community. Oxic says, "When I use color, I always dip the whole item." So, whoa! Yeah, okay. Because I want consistent color. The color leak because of that. Yeah, that's a lot of color, Oxic. Two things, I would say. If you're using Finalizing Pro Dye, you don't need to dip it. I would just... There's a couple things you can do. With Finalizing Pro Dye, I use a piece of shape wool, like a 3" by 3" by 3". Yeah, 3" by 3" piece of sheep's wool. Something like that. Ish. That's about 3 by 3. Sheep's wool. When you buy it, it'll be long. Cut it down so it's not like ridiculous, and get rid of all the little extra bits so that they don't go on your leather. And then with your gloved hand, nice amount of stuff on here, and just go to town really fast on your piece. And it shouldn't streak much with the Pro Dye. If you break out the alcohol dyes, you're gonna have, well, Pro Dye is an alcohol dye too. It used to be called Finalizing's Oil Dye, I think, or Pro Oil or something, but it was always an alcohol dye. It's just different, just a different formula. It goes on, Pro Dye goes on really evenly. The only other thing that I've ever found that goes on as even is the LONSDALE Leather Aroma dyes. They go on really even as well. They're my favorite dyes right now. I know I've got a link to LONSDALE Leather with a coupon code for 10% off in the description of this video. I am affiliated with them for sure, but whatever. I love their dyes. I don't really... You guys have heard it from me before as well. I go on about the dyes a lot. I don't go on about anything else. Like, they got a lot of stuff that everybody else has, but those dyes are really good. Where was I going? I went on kind of a tangent. Yeah, dip dyeing. I would never dip dye something that's going to be against skin or garments, ever. Never. I would never do it. So that is probably your problem. The only thing I would dip dye, like if I'm doing a big batch of stuff, if I'm doing a big batch of stuff, I'll dip dye like an upper piece like this. I'll dip dye this because there's no back to it, like it's sewn onto a thicker piece, right? And because they're, well, now I grabbed the same one. Because these are elbow cops with a black elbow pad in them, you know, like I might dip dye that, but I would never dip dye the inside of a vambrace, for instance. I would never do a vambrace. That's just waiting for chaos and a mess beyond this world has ever known. Superfly XD says, been watching lots of Leathercraft on YouTube lately. What would be some good projects to start on? Also, what tools would you recommend? I wish I could just like hit a button. I think this is another thing that I had talked about before. I wonder if I have a tools thing. Let's see. I'm going to do a little test. I always forget what I've done here. Tools. Let's see what happens. Send to all. See, this would be smart if I had it. Oh my god, look at that. So I've got this, I got an Amazon storefront, which has a bunch of curated tools, like I've got beginner's tools and stuff like that. But I also have a video. I should have the video in there somewhere where it's like a beginner's tools video, but I should probably do an updated one. You don't really need a lot of tools to start. Why don't I just like throw down some stuff while we're all thinking about, you guys can just yell out random stuff. What do we need? Well, you're starting Leathercraft, you're gonna need a hammer. let's just throw stuff out. It'll be fun. You guys can yell out stuff. Absolute beginner. Okay, this isn't like your optimal toolkit. This is the absolute beginner toolkit. I think this is a must. You gotta have a strap cutter in your beginner toolkit. You gotta have a strap cutter. Some people may say no, you just need a fucking ruler and a knife. I think you need a strap cutter. All right. What else do we got here? Beveler. I would say maybe a 2 and a 3 would be good for a beginner. But if you just had to pick one, anyways, 2 and a 3, not super wide. It's like somewhere in the middle. Rotary punch would be handy, though. I don't know if a rotary. This is almost like a luxury, right? You don't really need a rotary punch. You don't really need a rotary punch. I am reading what you guys say. Just don't go crazy on me. What do we got? We got some wax thread. Wax thread's always handy, right? This is like the rando. Oh, I gotta be able to fit everything in both things here. Now I've got to like. This is interesting because I've got my shorts going too. I got some bevelers. Oh, that's a little too many needles. Some harness needles and some wax thread. Ruler and a knife for sure. If you're gonna get one ruler, you know, it'd be nice to have a long ruler, but if you're gonna get one ruler, you might as well get like a square. Why not, right? Fit on the shorts feet as well. This is my favorite Olfa knife. I call it my goth Olfa knife because it's blackish. I've got 3 of them. I would get for sure a punch set. Now, you can get a punch set from Tandy that is really cheap. It's called like a min-max set. I don't know if they still sell it, but it's like a small punch and a big punch with heads that come from like your rotary punch, so you can swap them all out, and it's super cheap. These are a little more expensive, but they're not brutally expensive. And like, if you ask anybody on my stream, I'm using what? I use my 1mm punch, and I use a 1/8, and then maybe a larger one. What else do we need? You guys have called out some stuff. I love this. I guess an awl is good too. Like a little scratch awl is good. But I love this fucking thing. I use this a lot more than anything for like poking and like just marking stuff. It's got like, and I use it for leather carving too. For tracing stuff. I don't know if I'd say it's necessary, but I use it so much that I'm like, why not have it as part of your thing, you know? We've got some bevelers. Are you thinking, you know what I mean, like leather carving bevelers? For sure. If you're leather carving. Looking around. Now, like, even this kind of stuff I wouldn't say is mandatory. You know, like we've got our oblong punches for doing slots for buckles, right? But you can punch 2 holes and cut between it. I would still recommend probably getting one of these. But the good ones, I find that the good oblong punches are very expensive and the bad ones are terrible. That's like the... Oh, edge burnisher. Yeah, Joshua, gotcha. Look at us. This is kind of fun. I like this. Some beeswax and a burnisher. Easy peasy. We got some more stuff here. Look at that. What else? Particular stylus you recommend? I have some cheap ones, but seem to struggle finding one that's a good size. I love this one, and if you go over on Amazon, I've got it linked on like in one of my little thingies. My Amazon storefront. Amazon storefronts in general aren't they're not the greatest things to navigate, but you should be able to find this pretty easily. In fact, it might be the main image of one of those spots. And this is from Tandy, so you'll find it. My link will be a Tandy link. Scissors are great. They can be expensive. I would put them at luxury item. This isn't totally necessary. Like a rotary punch isn't totally necessary either. You know, how am I gonna put these? More luxury. You can cut anything with this knife. You can punch anything with these freaking punches. You obviously, is that fucking word. I need to break myself of saying obviously. Some kind of cutting board would be nice. I've got giant ones here, but not really necessary. Little cutting board of some kind would be nice. Something to help keep it from being loud. So a small piece of thick granite would be good. I've got some bigger pieces of granite. So we've got our large chunk of granite with the cutting board on top of that, and underneath that you could put a piece of poundo board to help deaden your sound. You could also end up getting your preferred choice of like stitching. Where's my brain going? Prongs? No. Nice job, Leathercrafter. Anyways, chisels, prongs. Those are both the wrong words. Chisels is the right word. I don't really use these, honestly. The laser thing has really got rid of these for me. I also don't like the size of the holes on them. I just find them annoying. Yeah, the poundo board for me, I never use it for punching. I just use it to deaden. But you're right. Poundo board is great for protecting your punches and making sure that you don't get them all fucked up. But I just punch right into a cutting board, so Pounded board is more of like a vibration deadener for me. It kind of, yeah, does that. What was the other thing I was thinking of? Another luxury item that I swear by that probably hardly anybody uses. I have a dead blow hammer for hitting anything. My dead blow hammer is awesome. And if you're not a big person and you need a little extra oomph, a dead blow hammer for punching your holes is really handy. Really handy. A rivet setter's good too. I'm too used to film, honestly, where I just smash the hell out of rivets. But a simple little rivet setter is a very good thing to include. I would say that dead blow is also on the luxury scale. More luxury stuff that you'll end up getting really quick. You know, like you're gonna end up some side cutters for the inevitable instant fuck up of like a rivet or something. Like that's more. You don't really need it to start, but you might need it right away anyways. You might find yourself getting one. Yeah, I'm just going over like a beginner, what somebody might want, bare minimum, if they're diving into Leathercraft. Like I've got a ton of tools, but not all, like even like the scissors and the rotary punch. I won't. If I was on a desert island and I could pick, like I should do like, if you only had 10 tools, what would you go with, kind of thing. Luxury items. Dead blow's a luxury item, but even what's not a luxury item is you need a hammer that's not metal for hitting. Well, I guess it is a luxury item if you really want to get down to it, but I would definitely advise against hitting metal on metal, both for your ears, for your tools, for your hammer. So a dead blow in that regard, or a poly mallet of some kind is handy. That kind of stuff. Leather cord or what? Yeah, some kind of leather cord could be good, but I don't know if it's necessary. Yeah, plastic mallet's good. The only thing I'm sure I have one lying around here, like yeah, here we go. Here's an old like poly mallet. You'll find these at Tandy Leather all the time. This isn't too bad, but if you're like this is so light. If you're wailing away on something with this fucking thing, and you're trying to do like an oblong punch that's a little dull, this is not fun. So this has been in a drawer for 10 years. Like I don't use this. I use a dead blow hammer. Now, what else? Oh, McEwen had customers just as we were doing the what tool. Let's see what you have to say. What tools do you need? Bare minimum. Bare minimum. And we're going so far bare minimum, McEwen, that these are luxury. Scissors and rotary are luxury tools. Dead blow hammer. I love that dead blow hammer. I'm still going to call it a luxury. Side cutters, luxury. McEwen was just selling tools at Tandy, and now he's in to help us. What are we missing? Remember, bare minimum. Bare minimum. Don't get crazy. Oh, what about skiver? Is that a bare minimum? Like a little hand skiver? I don't even know where mine is, since I don't use it. Maybe a little hand skiver? Maybe? It's not really. I barely used mine when I had it. I just made sure my leather was the right thickness already. Cork back ruler. Yeah, that's not a... We've got the Olfa knife already. We've got dry punch set. We've got metal hammer in them all. Are you looking at the same thing that we're looking at here? This is all here. It's all here. Cork back is good because it doesn't slip and it's raised slightly. so you're not going to scratch your leather. That's the one thing, like when I said why not just go with a square for a ruler right away, that's a good point. If you're going to use a square, just make sure it's not super sharp and it's not going to scratch the crap out of everything. So, oh yeah, wing divider. I use it all the time. Like we've got needle and thread on here. I use a wing divider all the freaking time for spacing out holes and stuff. Again, I'm not sure, like, I would put that on the luxury edge, because you can eyeball it and you'll be fine, right? You can do the stuff without the wing divider. You can't do the stuff without being able to punch the hole. So, a lighter. Another thing, and that's an easy one. I would say lighter for sure. Let's just put my stupid lighter in for the hell of it. A little ridiculous, right? But, a lighter. You can eliminate almost everything else from a must-have list. I might add sandpaper. You can use sandpaper to replace bevelers and other tools. Maybe some rouge and a strop to make sure your tools are sharp. But again, luxury. You can have blunt tools. I have them all the time. All right. I'm liking where we're going with this. This is totally off track and chaotic. But we're gonna unless there's any other ideas, we're gonna throw into this. Any ideas? I'm gonna let it settle, simmer for a bit. Hey, Aiden. We're not talking leather carving either. No leather carving. Like there's stuff for snaps, etc. But we don't really need to. Like I don't even use snaps, so I wouldn't call them a necessity. Stitching pony. I didn't use a stitching pony for 1,000 years, so I wouldn't call them necessary. I would call them luxury. Masking tape, luxury. Again, that's smart to do, but I didn't do it for ages. Water. Necro pond in with the water. Nice, I like it. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Like even, like you could get a stitch groover. I don't use mine a ton, but is that a luxury considering we have the wing device? Stitch groover is nice for like making sure your stitches stay like it'll tear out a little bit of leather and you can put your stitches in it, right? It's one thing to have, like, you could do the same thing as far as guiding with your wing divider, but this will pull leather right out. Unless it's dull. Who knows what this is like right now. Let's see if I can, like, right, it'll just pull out a little strip. Anyways. Not sure if 100% necessary. Probably not. But I used to use a stitch groover a ton. Before my prayer to Satan and use the laser all the time. Alright, so now that we got all this, let's pare it down. Let's take it down to what could we, and we're gonna make like a, let's do our first project. We're gonna make a wallet. You could in theory not have a lighter. You might as well. They're super cheap. You could not have a lighter. You don't need a metal hammer. You don't need a strap cutter. You can drop the burner or stick and just use a stiff chunk of canvas. True. You could get rid of that. You could just go. You could go water. You could go water and canvas. You don't like need beeswax. We're making a wallet. Are we making it from scratch? Sure, we're making it from scratch. We're gonna keep the Olfa. We don't really need a stylus. We need our needle and thread. We don't need a rivet setter. We've got one beveler. We're gonna go with the two. We're gonna keep the 2. Might as well have our square. Might as well. It's not minus well. It's not minus well. It's might as well. might as well. All right, I have to remind myself that every once in a while because I keep saying might as well. Don't really need scissors. Don't need that. Don't need most of this stuff. We could just have a single 1mm punch for all we like, if we really want to. 1 single millimeter punch. Wing divider would be nice. We gotta keep the wing divider. Some glue. Somebody mentioned glue earlier. Don't have to have glue, but some glue would be nice. Some dye would be nice. Right? You could just use it all, true. But I feel like you might as well. Look, I did it. Might as well. Might as well use a punch. Is this a 1mm even? It looks big. Looks pretty good. Am I missing something? We're making a wallet. This is it. Making a wallet. We don't even necessarily... I think having it square would be nice, though. Oh, like a... How about a... pen? You know, a pen's always handy. That's pretty... You need a cutting board? Something to punch into? This is a... I think this is a 1mm punch right here. I think this is a 1mm. 1/16. What's 1/16? That's not 1mm, is it? Is 1mm 1/32? No. Am I crazy? Lost my mind here. 1/16? Isn't it 1/16? Anyways, a small single hole punch will do the trick. And some glue would be nice, because you could then punch through all your layers already glued down. I hate stitching chisels so much. But there are some people that would prefer to use a chisel. So if that's the case, you're going to want at least a 1. And then some kind of multi-thing for racing down the edge. I always find this size just a little too big. Maybe a 4 or something. Right? Triple zero size is 1mm. Ah, thanks, McEwen. Daedalus says the biggest time saver in my shop is a 52-ounce mug. Necro says a decent imagination. That's a good one. I like that one. There we go. Sidetracked. The great sidetrack, what should you get thing. Thomas says the thread comes in 0.6, 0.8, 1, or 1.2. The hole could be smaller with thinner thread, but most needles are 1.0. That's a good thing to remember. I do tend to just punch all my stuff with 1 mil, and then I don't know, I just do it. But maybe it's my gloves and just finger strength. I don't know. Yellowlith is back. Hey, Yellowlith. Greetings. Welcome back. What are we doing? What time is it? I don't even know. Paying attention, kinda. The Q&A got us further than I thought it would. It was good. The impromptu Q&A, not Q&A. At least I know that I've got to do the rabbit. So that's good. Oh, I needed to check something. See where we're at here. Damn it. Still only 891 members on the Discord. We'll get there. We'll get there. I always just use pre-waxed thread. I wouldn't wax it myself. Unless you want to be like Mr. Bespoke. You could be the super bespoke guy. Handcrafted products. Each individual strand of thread meticulously waxed by Bespoke Leathercraft. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know that says, are you planning something when you hit 1,000 members on Discord? I am. I am. Braid your own thread. Hey, Zozie! Zozie. Welcome to the stream. Hell yes, Necro, it is easy to wax your own thread, but when everything takes time... Everything takes time. I'm not fucking around waxing thread. I've done it before. I've done it when I run out of thread. When I'm like, where's my wax thread? Oh well, I go over to the sewing machine, grab some thread, and wax it. If dental floss comes pre-waxed, yeah, exactly. It's certainly easy to wax your own thread. Necro has a point. Easy. Many things are easy. The less easy things you can do, the more you can do the complicated stuff. This coming from the guy who doesn't even punch his own holes anymore. Though I will for videos, probably. Most videos. Just get the laser to do it. Beeswax on my punches when they're not wanting to come out, 100%. I should go over that. You know, I've done it before, but I'm going to go over it one more time with you guys because some people may not realize it. First of all, if you're making armor and you're hand stitching stuff, maybe you're doing some heavy leather, a couple things that you can do to help out. One is what Necro is pointing out. You can put your punches in beeswax. Great plan. Two, depending on how heavy the leather is, how many holes you got, how much you want to smash it with a hammer, you can put your punch in a drill press, which I discovered that just before I kind of got into lasers, so I don't do it anymore. But that's if you've got a cheap drill press lying around and you're doing heavy leather, put your punch in there, it's golden. Also, I love like random tangents, this is good. Almost all my punches get a turn in the drill every once in a while, so... We'll do that. We'll take my little McEwen block here. Woo! Don't need a block on a block. And then we'll throw down a little piece of sandpaper for now, depending on how much black is on this. This one's already been done, but usually they come coated in some like rust-resistant black stuff that's the same on the whole piece, like this, like the shaft. And you work all this off until all the black's gone. You can kind of sharpen it up a bit. And then you can get your rouge Actually, looks like it was done over here more. Get your rouge on there. Right on there, lad. And then... sharpen it up like dynamite. It'll be super nice. There. Yeah, there you go. McEwen says, I think it's a powder coat. Makes sense. But now it's nice and sharp. Now, if you put that in a drill press, you're golden. Especially if you're doing SCA armor, that's the way to go. Trust me. If you don't have a laser, trust me. Tim Ormsby, Magnus, I did this on my punches when you showed me this the other week, and it worked a charm. So much easier to punch through. Awesome. I've done 2 videos on this, actually. I did one ages ago, and then I did another one. Yeah, it was good. They're popular videos. I need to do more tool videos, because they seem to be fairly popular as far as my click-through rate goes, like 10% instead of like 2.5, 2. How do you sharpen the oblong punches? They're a little... I find them annoying, but... For me, there'll be a lot of not sharpening them. How about that? Same kind of deal. They've got this coat on them as well. You can like work on your sandpaper to get some of it off and work your way around. Like it just has, as you would imagine, no special tricks. You throw this in a drill press, it would be craziness. But you can also roll up your sandpaper a bit and work the inside slightly. And then you can do a little bit of burnishing. But they stay really good. Like these, my oblongs, my quality oblongs are all like 10 years old. I might have one in there that's a little recent, but they all keep going pretty strong. What are we looking at here? Sorry, 1 second. Random tangent complete. Necro, what's sharpening? I'm there with you, Necro. I've done many times where I'm like, I should sharpen this, and I don't. I just power through it. Yunalit says hi to you.
Huh?
Yunalit says hi.
Oh.
You're gonna... Oh, there you are.
Hello.
There we go.
Goodbye.
Well, I got a little bit of stuff to do. Yeah, we chatted, we hung out, we a lot of questions. It was been an enjoyable stream so far. I'm quite...
You done?
Well, I'm getting close. Got a couple hours stream of bullshit. I mean, quality content. We did bullshit our way through the stream pretty good. We've got the Greaves that should be out before the end of the month. If you're on Patreon this month, if you're currently on Patreon, you will get the Greaves pattern. So if you want to make sure you get it, sign up for Patreon, because even if it doesn't come out this month, it is last month's thing. I want to make sure, I'm sure it's going to come out this month, but I want to make sure that people from this month get it. What else? I got to do the bunny mask. Quality BS, thank you very much. Hell yeah, it's Friday. Hopefully everybody's going to have a fantastic weekend. I don't know what I'm doing. Working on, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm working on, hey, where, you can't even see you. Where are you? I am working on, Greaves. I'm working on Greaves. So, I could drag this out, but I'm going to let everybody get on with their Friday, and I'm going to get to work on that, pattern and maybe shaving. Holy fuck, what's going on here?
I don't know.
I got a second beard growing. Nice. Trimmed down to a nice slender beard. Superfly says, your armor back there is so sick. How many hours you in? I don't even want to know. Way too many hours. Also considering that I you know, it's like I'm patterning it along the way to make sure that I release it to everybody so they can make it. But the carving, maybe Dad the Berserker might know, and there's a couple other guys that have done it that will know how much time if you carve the whole thing like a maniac. And they've done more than me. Like, I haven't even finished it. Anyways.
No braiding.
Oh,
nope.
We're in for the braiding. Here we go. Love you guys. Thanks for putting up with me this week. Next week, I'm almost certain will be a Illustrator stream where I pattern something out for you guys. And until then, I'll see you on the Discord server. Make sure you check it out. Have a good what?
Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, everybody. I will see you next time. Ciao for now.
you